What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Bronny James just broke the internet. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to LA. Let's get it. Let's go. Yes, you heard me correctly. Bronny James, man, the son of LeBron, just had his breakout NBA game. Now, this was not a G League game. Now, the Lakers, unfortunately, did fall short in this one, 89-117, but I'm here to tell you that was not the talk of the game. The talk of the game was Bronny James coming in, standing on business. I gotta keep it real, because that's exactly what he did tonight. Bronny James had 17 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block. He also played a career-high 30 minutes. Yes, you heard me correctly. Bronny James scored 17 points in 30 minutes coming off the bench. The young man is living up to his father's name. For the first time, I feel like, in his career, he looked sensational tonight. And I just got to give credit to where credit is due. Bronny James balled out, man. We all can stand on that. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to find something bad to say. I know Bronny James can go through his ups and downs with the media, but I'm here to tell you, dog, I ain't got nothing negative to say about this one. He came in, did his job, and he looked good doing it, man. With all that being said, here's some of the highlights from the game. Roll the footage. So that was some of the highlights from Bronny James tonight. Now, with all that being said, he did speak to reporters at the conclusion of this game. Roll the footage.
How did you feel, and did any part of that come into from a mindset perspective as you were looking forward to the game, knowing you were going to play, and how would you say that evolved as the game went on?
Yeah, I mean, I say I've gained my confidence and gained my comfortability over just reps and, getting out there and taking advantage of my opportunity if it's given. So just, being ready at all times, I think that's the biggest thing for me, staying in the stay ready games and practice and stuff like that, and taking advantage like I did tonight. So yeah, it's been good for me so far.
JJ was talking to us about kind of seeing your growth, from the moment that, actually going back before he was the coach of the Combine, you watched some video of you doing the interviews and he texted your dad about it. How would you kind of trace the evolution of you with JJ, kind of what he's told you from the first time he met you up to the point of like today and even kind of getting prepped for the game?
I'd say just all the coaches believe in me, and continue to, put that in my head that they believe in me and what I can do as a player. And, I was given an opportunity tonight to go, show them what I've been working on while I've been, sitting the bench in the G League, getting the reps, stuff like that. So, yeah, just constantly putting that in my head that, they believe in me and that I can contribute.
Bronny, what expectations did you put on yourself in, say, training camp and preseason, and how does that square up with where you are at now, 5 months into your rookie season?
I just say just going in and working as hard as I can. That's all I can do, just learn, and be open-minded every day, every time I come into work in the morning, and being that same level-headed kid, just trying to get his work done, but also just like I said, taking advantage of those reps that I can get, and just staying level-headed.
When we spoke with JJ just a few minutes ago, he acknowledged that there's a lot of stuff you've had to deal with just because of who your dad is and things you can understand more than I can speak on. Just how has it been balancing that, trying to deal with that noise, deal with what's said, deal with what's written, also just trying to focus on your game, on your development, like the things that you can control, I guess.
And just put my head down and working. I feel like that's the only thing that I can control right now is going in every day and staying ready to play, staying ready to learn, getting the work in after hours, early mornings, stuff like that. Just all the controllables that I can, do myself. There's not really much I can do of random people talking about me, every day. So can't really do much about that. So I just, go in the gym and work, put my head down, and try to get better every day.
Dan?
Bronny, a lot of times you mentioned the level-headedness. I'm sure that's handy when there's like negativity floating. Like there's going to be a lot of positivity, I would imagine, after today. Does that level-headedness have to show up in the same way when you get back to work tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Going in the gym tomorrow, we're ready to work as hard as I did yesterday. So same approach for every day that I go into my job. Yeah.
Yoa?
Bronny, what was this stretch like for you joining the team on the road and in the Milwaukee Denver back-to-back as part of this 6 games in an 8-day stretch? JJ said, does it feel like modern players should be playing this many, 3 consecutive back-to-backs, but just what are the last 8 days been like with for I guess for you personally, but also for the team?
Again, I think just taking advantages of my opportunity, whether that's given to me today or the game against Denver, just being ready. Again, the stay ready games at the gym, they prepare me to be confident in my play and what I do. So just keeping that same mindset of being ready and being confident in myself.
Hey Bronny, it's kind of a bigger picture question, but with your younger brother winning the state championship and then you being at this stage in your basketball career, I'm just wondering how your advice to him as the older brother has evolved and, what guidance do you have for him as he continues to move forward in his basketball career?
Yeah, I'd say as when we were younger, the main thing I'd like to push to him, just having fun, just playing your game, being confident in yourself. But yeah, I think as I became a senior and he's a now senior now, to just have that mindset of working, because there's a lot of kids out there that want to be in my spot or his spot, and you can't take that for granted. So yeah, just keep working. That's the main thing.
Last 2. I knew you did the play where you would show off your handles a bit. I'm Giannis. I was trying to stay in front of you. Break down the play for us.
Yeah, he's a much bigger guy than me, so I just gotta find a way to get around him somehow. May have got fouled. That's up for argument, but it is what it is. I tried to give me a bucket. That's it. Yeah.
Mike, our last question.
Yeah, Bronny, just last year, obviously you didn't get to play as much basketball as you would have liked to. So I just wonder, physically alone, how much are you feeling kind of like yourself, how much game shape, all of that, and how much do you kind of still feel like you can get to?
Yeah, I feel like it's all coming back.
Thanks to haters, though.